This is a brutal one. So much effort goes into building something by hand, especially something like a foundation. And after moving thousands of pounds of sand and gravel and cement and mixing it all up and pouring it into a wheelbarrow into holes that were hand dug with a shovel, filled with rebar that was hand cut and hand built and tenaciously placed to make them perfectly square, seeing all that work go to waste is difficult to swallow.
Today is a very special day.
Happy Mother's Day. Oh, happy Mother's Day. Is that a Mother's Day song? What's the Mother's Day song?
I don't think there is one.
I just made one.
Today is Mama's Day, my first official Mama's Day. Today is Sunday, and we usually don't work on Sunday, but our schedule got a little mixed up this week, and I actually have a very special someone that's gonna be coming today on Mother's Day. I'm very excited.
This is gonna be a pretty brutal day. It's gonna be a lot of bending of rebar. A lot of twisting rebar, twisting wire, cutting rebar, holding rebar. Just a lot of work with rebar. And it freaking just torches my body. It's just like, this is like the 4th day of doing this and my back is just like in knots. So I'm getting old, all right? I'm a dad now, I can complain about my back. But we're building the columns that basically the house is gonna sit on. These are like the cement columns that are gonna come up and are gonna help with elevating the house. So these need to be super strong and they need to be done right. What are you guys doing today? Look at your little horns poking through. What do you think if we start taking some of the milk from your mom? Because I don't think you guys need all that milk anymore. Now that you're eating grass, now that you're eating sticks and stuff. I think we could take some of that milk. What do you think? Yeah?
Jord has been doing a lot of the heavy work recently with the rebar and the cutting the rebar and the tying of the rebar. And I've been trying to, you know, help out when I can, but he's starting to slow down a little bit on me. I think he might have he might have pulled a little muscle in his back.
Still going.
And I want to bring a little extra muscle today. Oh no.
Ha! That was really, really close. We put a piece of glass on all of our lenses. This is a UV filter. It's basically just a piece of glass to protect them. So what you saw smash was the UV filter, which protected the lens. That's why we put UV filters on all of our lenses. It makes the quality a little bit less, but this is a $2,500 lens that I'm talking to you guys through right now. We try to get the quality as good as we can, and because of that, we just don't take any risks with any of the stuff breaking, especially working in the construction zone. All right, let's try that again. I'm gonna move a little bit further this way. Anytime I've seen other houses being built here in Panama, it's always a huge crew of people working on it. I mean, way more than in the States, because in the States you get a lot of the heavy machinery. You get a lot of the buckets, you get the cement mixers, you get all that kind of stuff. In Panama, you get a lot more of the manual labor. You get a lot more of the people doing the actual work rather than machines. And I think a lot of that really has to do with the fact that labor here is so cheap. And some people think that's a good thing, and some people think that that's a really awful thing, that some people here get paid $5, $10, $15 a day. And it's a very, very complicated situation that I'm not gonna get into today. But what I am gonna get into is complaining that I have to do all this by myself. No, not really. It's just how things are here right now at Lowe's Farm. We got Iberto and Enrique working on Kake's house. Rodrigo's working down on his house. And Kaylee and I are working on our bathroom. And that's great. We're all making progress kind of on our own areas and where we're living. So I just appreciate your guys' patience while we get through all of this bar work. Because once all this, ow. I just stabbed myself with the finger. Once all this is done, things are gonna start moving a lot faster as we start to build up.
Honey, you love me no matter what. Woo! One and done, baby. That took about an hour.
I think we just found out that you're gonna build the rest of these because you crushed it. I mean, all mine were kind of crooked, and yours is like so nice.
I don't know what it is. This proves to show that Jordan and I balance each other out. He's very good at thinking about the creative things and the you know, the very heavy lifting things. I'm very good with the very meticulous, tedious things.
You know, I've heard a lot of talk about low acid coffee recently, and here's a little trick. If you just pour less water on your first pour when you're doing a pour over, you can make your coffee less acidic. So you can see I just poured 30 grams here. That'll help you for those of you out there that don't like acidic coffee. It'll make it a little bit more, maybe a little bit more balanced. When we've showed how we make coffee in our YouTube videos, some people say, I can't believe you do that for every single time you make coffee. And let me just show you. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That's all it takes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I know the set and forget of a drip maker is very, very convenient, or a K-cup is very, very convenient, but it's worth it to make it that much more delicious, especially when you have delicious coffee.
We're running out of time over here. It's already 1 o'clock. We have to leave here. Woo! I'm proud of myself.
We got 3 of these done. 3 more to go. We should be able to finish them up real quick because everything's already cut, everything's already all bent, everything's all ready to go. It takes about an hour for each one of these. So tomorrow morning, bless you. Tomorrow morning in about 3 hours, we should be done with all these.
But we have no time to waste. We got some people to pick up from the airport.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
What do you want?
Completamente, caballero.
What did you just do?
I ordered meat. Meat.
Happy Mother's Day! Oh my god, you're in Panama! What the heck? For those of you guys who don't know, this is my mama. We were just both crying our eyes out, so. It's actually my mom's first time in Panama. So we just got back. What time is it? 8:30? 8:30. I feel like it's like 2 in the morning. Jordan and I are both just so tired.
Where are we?
Where are we? But I just gotta say, today is by far one of the best Mother's Day ever. My first Mother's Day, but the best Mother's Day because my mom is here. This is her first time in Panama visiting us. We were just talking about it today. We have been here for almost 3 years. That's madness.
It's a long time.
But I think it's time Jordan and I catch some Z's, and we'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning.
You know what time it is. So we have 3 packages from Bespoke Post. The last time Bespoke Post sponsored one of our videos, Kake and I actually made this wallet. They sent us a whole kit to make a wallet, and I've been using this wallet since the day that we made it, and it just gets more and more beautiful as it gets more and more broken in. Kake really likes stuff. He really likes gadgets. He likes outdoorsy things. So I figured for this unboxing, Kake had to be here. If you guys have never heard of Bespoke Post before, they're a monthly membership club that deliver awesome boxes of top shelf goods from under the radar brands. And what I love about them is they help small businesses get an audience and get their products in front of people. And with us having a small business, we know how hard it is to survive in the lands of the Amazons and the Walmarts and these massive conglomerate businesses. So when Bespoke Post reached out to us and we saw what they do, when we saw these handmade items that they have, like this slash box that we're opening right now, we were so excited to work with them and share what they do with all you guys. So I wanted a machete that would last me for my whole life because I'm sick of buying a new one every month or two. And this one, I mean, just look at how much thicker this is than something like this. This is our machete that we use down here, and you can tell, rusted, beat, bent, just not even comparable. We'll see how today goes. I would love to get some of these in the ground and start pouring some concrete and just start to make a little bit of progress on this foundation. Every time it rains, it's kind of just like a river of dirt into all these holes. So you kind of just got to take the rebar, stick it in there, pour the concrete, and just get it done. Because the longer we wait, the more that we're gonna have to kind of keep following the circle over and over again. You want a chocolate?
Yes.
Chocolate. Come. It's a piece of dirt that just looks like a piece of chocolate.
Like a truffle.
Does it look like a truffle?
Wow, it literally is a piece of dirt. Adriana just took Sadie, and Jordan and I are trying to rip through as much progress as we can because I'm waiting for a text from my mom saying that she's up and ready to go. She's actually with her friend Corey, so whenever they wake up, I'm gonna go pick them up. And it's gonna be pretty special because not only have they never been to Panama, but we've been building up this farm for the last 2.5 years, and she has not seen any part of this yet. So it's gonna be really, really cool to see her reaction and just to have her up here for the first time.
We've been getting a lot of questions about Kake and why he's always carrying around his dog. And he's always carrying around his dog because his dog is like 16 years old. 16? 15?
It's gonna be 17 in 2 months.
Okay, 17. His dog's 17 years old. He can still walk, but barely. He can still see, but barely. So Kake is just like, you know, he's keeping him comfortable.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys that don't know, this is Mwako. And his nickname is Poppy. But you gotta say it like, Poppy.
Papi.
And that's why he always has a dog strapped to him, because he cares about him and he's had him forever. This is the really, really tedious part. This is when you get everything square. And at this point, there's kind of like such this urge to just cut corners. That's how I feel anyway. There's like, you just want to get it in and get it in the ground and start pouring concrete and just start going. But when you're using the Pythagorean theorem to get things square, which is what we're doing, there's a lot of checking, adjusting, double checking, going over and over and over. Because if it's not square now, it's not going to be square later. So this is the most important part. And we've cut corners on this before and we really learned the hard way. I mean, you're doing stuff like putting down floors, building walls, building furniture, basically anything. If it's not square, everything in the future is just going to be so much harder. I need to get all this rebar perfectly level. That's 6 inches up off the ground because we're going to pour a 1 foot, basically like concrete base that's going to hold this beam that's going to come up. So we want this rebar to be right in the middle, which is 6 inches, and I need to get it level using these rocks. And just bending over like this and trying to get this level is killing me right now. And this is the first one, and I still have 5 more to go. All right, we're leaving the farm. We're running down to town. Need to get some cement, need to get some gravel, need to get everything to do the foundations. Need to go get Kaylee's mom. So in the meantime, enjoy the roller coaster ride.
farm?
Yeah.
This is
Oh, Lola's farm. Here we are. Oh my God. You don't have cows?
No, those are our neighbors.
Those are our neighbors.
There's our bus.
There's the bus.
We're doing a 1-3-3 mix. One part cement, 3 parts sand, 3 part gravel. Here in Panama, you can buy the gravel and the sand already mixed in an equal ratio, which is really, really nice. And the 1-3-3 is like super common both here and in the United States for pouring foundations. It's been a lot of work just to get to this part. A lot of shoveling, a lot of digging, and putting this concrete in the ground just feels so good right now. It really feels like today we're actually starting a new project, as we're starting to see things come together, and we're making things permanent now. Now that this concrete's in the ground, this thing's not going anywhere. Well, unless we dig it out, but I'm not doing that. This is awful. Look at this. This has happened in 15 minutes. We tried to set up tarps. We tried to get some stuff out. Just didn't have time. It didn't. We couldn't do it in time. There's so much water. This is one of the hardest I've ever seen it rain here, ever. And all the footers that we just poured, they're all totally flooded. That's all water. That's a couple feet of water in there. Man, what a killer. 3.5 inches of rain an hour. Oh my goodness. Look how much water I just brought in here. Everything, I'm so soaked. We're gonna have to do that all over again, I think. I don't know what happens if you flood a footer like that and if it just ruins it all, or I mean, I had a couple hours to dry at least, but damn, it was so much work too. And sorry, I'm kind of flustered right now. I'm not sure what the best solution right now is. Here's a look at what's going on. We have pool number 1, pool number 2. And we have 4 more pools over there, but these are the ones that are the problem ones. This is 3 feet of water that's just sitting on that concrete that we poured. I think what we probably will have to do for the next time, obviously, is put up tarps before we pour, just in case if this happens again. But I think we're gonna just have to rebuild that base. We're not gonna be able to get it out because all that concrete's down there, and it's still gonna be there when this water drains. All that concrete's still gonna be there. It's just not gonna be as strong anymore. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas. If you do, leave them in the comments below. But what I'm thinking will be that I've been sitting inside kind of thinking about it for the last hour waiting for this rain to stop, is just build another one of these and just put it on top of what we already have, because it's gonna take a jackhammer and all that crap, and we're gonna have to rebuild those columns to get this all out. I just don't wanna do that. I am very excited for this next box from Bespoke Post because I have a lot of different blades. These are tools that I use every single day. Axes that I use, or Kaylee uses every single day. And this next box from Bespoke Post is a stone sharpening kit for all of our blades. This kit came with 3 different stones for sharpening knives. An instruction manual with step-by-step instructions to make it super easy. This honing oil for putting on the stones to sharpen the knives. And then this super cool box to keep the stones in the oil in. The cool thing about Bespoke Post is when you go on their website, you fill out a survey. You basically just tell them everything that you're interested in, and then they show you all these products from all these really small, cool businesses, most of which are made in the United States, that suit your needs. So obviously for me, it's stuff like outdoorsman stuff like knives and machetes, and this knife was also from them from the last sponsorship that we did. So whether you're into cooking or traveling or cocktails or oysters, or there's a bunch of different stuff, Bespoke Post will basically just show you all the things that you're interested in. What's up, bro? Do you want to set this? Do you want to set up my blue tent and do it under there so we're comfortable? Well, the bad news is that we made a mess with those footers, but the good news is today's the first day that we're going to be milking the goats. So I have a little corn powder and flaxseed mix for them, and we do need to build a little milking stanchion, but we haven't had time to getting around to that yet. So I asked Rodrigo how did they do it here in Panama, and he said they just do it in the field. Give them a little bit of food, get underneath there, milk them, and just do it that way. So that's how we're gonna try it.
First, we need to kind of like clean the nipples.
Could you clean my nipples, bro?
I can try. This is, it's not boiling water, it's like temperature water. It's a little bit warm.
Where do you go, bro? She's looking back, she's like, you're not my baby.
What are you laughing at?
This is awesome. So what we did today was we actually separated the babies from the moms for during the day. This is the first time we've done it. And now we just waited for our milk production basically to kick in, get full, and now we're gonna milk her and get ready to go, and then let her chill for a little bit and then bring her back with her babies. So the babies can still get milk at night for now, but then during the day, the milk's for us. We'll eventually wean them off, and then we'll just get all the milk. But we have to milk them twice a day, every single day. Sounds kind of like a job to me.
It is actually a job here.
That's a lot of work. Not too bad of a haul, if I do say so myself. Some of you guys with experience might be saying this is really dumb, but sometimes you only know what you know. And what I know is when I need to find out really small things, coffee filters are the way. Half a liter, dude.
That's half of a liter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit more.
I just got back from spending the day with my mom and her friend, and of course Sadie, and it's been so special. Especially my mom hasn't seen Sadie in over 5 months. So that's why you guys haven't been seeing a lot of me in this video. I'm trying to just soak up every single ounce that I can with my mama, and I'm just so grateful that I've had, you know, this quality time with her. It's just been so incredibly special. This last Bespoke box was definitely my doing. This is the Over Easy box, and I have been eyeing this box for the last week. And the thing that I'm most excited for is this cast iron skillet. So I gotta be honest, we're not gonna be making Bloody Marys tonight, but we are having pancakes for dinner. Now the best part about these pancakes is we are christening the goat milk. This is our first time trying the goat milk. It's kind of cheating because we're not trying it straight up. We're trying
Wait,
it
why don't we try it straight up
in
then?
the pancakes.
Go ahead.
You first.
It's good.
Is it good? Only the best Vermont maple syrup. What? Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna go right in, honey. I know it was like a whole thing, but I'm just gonna...
So the amazing thing about Bespoke Post is that each box is valued at $70, but you're really only paying a fraction of the price. And you only pay for what you want. So if you guys are interested in trying Bespoke Post out, you can click the link in our description box below, use our code Nomadic20 to get 20% off your first box, or you can go to bespokepost.com/Nomadic20. So this is where we're gonna leave you guys. We're gonna stuff our face with some pancakes hit the hay.
Thank you guys so much for following along and watching the mess that I made with all the footers. There's gonna be a lot of fixing to do. There's gonna be a lot of work to do, and there's gonna be some creative thinking that's gonna have to come to get these footers in the ground. If not, we're gonna have to wait till the dry season, which is only 8 months away. So we have 8 months of rain like this. That's just how it's gonna be. Thank you guys so much for following along. We love you guys so much.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you next time.